Hey guys, thank you for being here and watching. What you're about to see is just another compilation of clips that are and have been on the news and my thoughts on it. The reason why I think it's important to speak on these things is because I have questions about what happened, about what people say. Now, it's important if you have questions, if you're unsure about things, it's important for you to to talk about it, to investigate it if it really does bother you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm having a conversation with you guys, and there are several things in this situation that just don't sit right with me. So I'm expressing my views. You can agree or disagree, and that's okay. I, I, I welcome opinions, I welcome education, and I encourage you to do the same to dissect, to learn, to listen, but never forget to be respectful to somebody who may have an opposing opinion or thought than you do.
Hundreds of people gathered yesterday to honor Kiely with music. Her friends and family say playing instruments was her passion.
Let me just remind you that this was happening on August the 13th. The 13th.
It's not just people coming together to have a party.
I'm sorry, but it kind of looks like that to me.
It's because we are connected to her musically and we're playing her songs and we are playing things that we hope she can hear so she knows that we're going to find her.
Again, another creepy statement. Do they already know she's gone?
She was always singing in the car, singing all the time, singing everything. I know she liked to play the guitar a lot. She knew a lot of instruments.
And her mom tells me Kiely was always good about checking in with her and letting her know she was okay.
And again, very important to note because this tells me it wasn't the first time that she goes out and does something like this, whether it is with friends or at a party, whatever the case. This is not unusual for her to go out and be trusted by her mother.
The very last text that I got from her was at 11:30 the night of the party saying that she was planning on leaving in about 45 minutes and would be heading home.
This is when Sami Smith is in the car with Kiely Rodni and they're talking about charging the phone, texting mom, and this is when allegedly Sami also asked Kiely for a ride. At 11:30, is Kiely really that messed up then?
One of the reasons even that she had sent that text then is because we had originally planned and agreed upon a 12:30 curfew for the night.
And we had planned it. I mean, I thought this was something that you guys already always agreed upon. I mean, did she plan it with Kiely or Sami perhaps?
And so leaving at 12:15 would have put her home at about 12:45 instead. And she is so good at.
And I don't know if you guys caught that. Go back and replay it. But she says she was, and then says she is so good about checking in or whatever she was going to say. But go back. She corrects herself, which I also think is interesting.
At always reaching out and checking in, that she did that just to let me know that she was just planning on being 15 minutes late.
Now, mind you, at this point, we are led to believe that she was completely intoxicated and drugged up at this point. At this, in this state of mind, which is what, if we follow the accident theory, is what put her in the lake, she is worried about being 30 minutes late to get home, 15 minutes late. I mean, she's either super messed up and ends up in the lake, or the narrative that we're fed is not the actual truth.
And you said be careful like all moms do. And how did she respond?
She said, "I will, Mama, I love you."
This is what I look like. I don't know.
And it started to grow really big, I would say around 10 to 10:30.
Remember that Lindsay, Kiely's mom, said she received a text from Kiely at 11:30 letting her know she was going to be late. And at this point, again, we are led to believe that Kiely was super smashed.
It just blew up. Like, it started to get to the point where I was getting overwhelmed. And I'm a very social person. I've been to a lot of these parties. I've never been overwhelmed. I've actually been underwhelmed, but at this party it was very large. Like,
And you hear it from Sami's mouth herself. This party was different than every other. She's been to so many of these and actually has been underwhelmed. But not this one, right?
and then we went to her car to charge her phone, and we were talking about just random stuff, and then it's kind of hard to remember. And so
I'm going to assume this is around the time that Kiely was charging her phone to text her mother. But see, in my opinion, I don't think it was Kiely that was actually texting her mother.
or no, we were talking about her texting her mom and her charging her phone and stuff, and just about the party in general. And then we had a few other friends in the car, and then we all decided to go back
I
to the
think
party.
this is when something happened to Kiely. It already happened to Kiely. And whatever she says after this is staged and a lie. And that's why she's having trouble remembering the end of whatever happened that night.
And we were around in there for a bit. I had asked her for a ride home when we were in the car because my ride was leaving and I wanted to stay at the party longer. And so then we ended up splitting up in the party because I went to go find another ride.
Do you see how things don't make sense anymore? This is why it bothers me. And I'll just leave it at that. And you know what? I'll make a part 2 to this maybe, but I'll leave you with that. Tell me what you think. I could be totally wrong. Again, just my opinion.